Hi, my name is Ben Nader, and I'm CEO of Butterfly. And this is Butterfly, a smart camera that connects to your smartphone and lets you see and hear everything that happens in your home. Now, consumers, small businesses, and all of you have something valuable that you want to keep an eye on. Pets, children, just our life, our belongings at home. That's what we're all about. That's what this Butterfly is all about. It's all about giving you peace of mind and the power to keep an eye on things that you love most. Now, let me tell you how it all started. Back in 2012, I was living in my apartment in San Francisco. I went and bought one of these monitoring cameras. I went and tried to install it in my garage. Soon I realized my garage has no power outlets. So I had to run the extension cord, get it all wired up, and finally I got it all powered up, got it going. Then I realized my wireless connection is not so good in the garage. That's when I thought, wait a minute. Let me rethink this whole thing. How can I make this a lot better? Let me give you a quick background and a brief history of the monitoring cameras and surveillance cameras. So surveillance cameras have been around for a long time. CCTV, kind of the dumbest thing around, it's been around for a long time. Thank you. 24/7 surveillance, analog, usually clunky, requires installations. But they've been around for a long time. Then there came a company named Dropcam and a few other ones. They improved it. They made these cameras connect to a cloud. But still, it was a dumb device. It was a 24/7 surveillance device. Then finally comes Butterfly. This first smart camera with onboard analytics. So what does that mean? The camera is smart enough that recognizes you coming home and gives you privacy. It's completely cordless. All those other monitoring cameras, they need to be plugged into the wall for power and everything. This one, you can move around, upstairs, downstairs, even take it outside with you. It works without Wi-Fi. If your Wi-Fi is out, power is out, or you're somewhere that's far from the router, it still works. And lastly, we thought, what if we make the quality GoPro quality? So it's not about security. It's about, if you wanted to capture your kid's birthday party, you can use this device to do that. Let me briefly tell you about the team. Starting from myself, I'm a technical founder. I have about 8 years of experience in the video and camera world. Prior to this, I was at Texas Instruments. I managed their video product line. So these were the components that go inside the cameras, from GoPro to Sony to all over. On the team, there's 3 gentlemen from Flip Camera. You may remember Flip Camera. Right around the time the first smartphones came out. Very big, very successful, simple video capture and shoot. And then the rest of the team, excellent software guys from Pivotal Lab, hardware guys, awesome marketing guy from Clorox, Wharton, operations, manufacturing from Flextronics, and just an excellent team of people behind this. And lastly, let me tell you about our traction. To date, we have sold over $120,000 pre-orders of our product. We've been fortunate enough to be on USA Today, CNET, as well as Gizmodo. And today, if you go on AngelList and you sort startups by trending, and that's based on popularity, we're the #1 popular startup for the entire month. Our fundraising, we're raising $1.5 million. We have raised 1.3 of it. The round is being led by a gentleman named Jason Calacanis. He wrote the second check for Uber. This is before Shervin and all the Menlo Venture guys got involved. So we've been fortunate enough to have them behind us, and we're looking forward for investors that can add great value to us to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so thank you for being mindful of the time. So now, any questions from our judges?
Real quick.
Please.
Ben, what do you think is the price point for the camera that's going to get you the hockey stick for this?
I think right around probably between $149 to $199. We're going to enter the market at a retail price of $249. We're a premium product, similar price as Nest, but over time we'll bring it down to right underneath the 200. I think we'll drive a lot of volume.
And what's your competitive position against Dropcam from Google?
We're all about different. So Dropcam pricing is $199. And we add the premium values. We are completely cordless. We have the onboard analytics, so it gives you the privacy that you want. We work without Wi-Fi. These are all the big issues. If you read Amazon reviews of Dropcam, there's all the problems that with it. So we are differentiating, not on the price, we're differentiating on the premium values.
Thanks for your presentation. So what's your reoccurring revenue model? Meaning, are you just going to sell this once and bye-bye customer, or are you going to try to create a portal that allows them to store the
Excellent
videos
question.
or edit it? Or
Excellent question. Yes, there is a recurring revenue model. First of all, we sell the hardware and we make money on that. That's a profitable business. Then we have an optional recurring revenue for storing the video on the cloud. By default, we give our customers 24 hours rolling free, but if they want the video to be stored 7 days or 30 days, they will buy that from us. They'll buy that storage from us. So it's $10 a month versus $29 a month. We see about 30%, based on all of our analysis, about 30% of our customers are going to sign up for that. Please.
How does it work without Wi-Fi?
So it has onboard storage, and it has a sensing algorithm that can sense what is the Wi-Fi connection. If the Wi-Fi is busy, you live in an apartment, too many noises, or you just turn on Netflix, it can sense that the Wi-Fi signal is weak, so I'm going to store locally, and then in the middle of the night when the internet is wide open, it will upload and compensate for the lost videos.
So what's your scalable distribution strategy?
Retail. So we're going to start with e-retail, Amazon, but absolutely we're going to go to retailers, brick and mortar retailers. Best Buy, Amazon, Best Buy, Apple Store, all these guys. And we'd like to go international fairly quickly if we can.
So do you have anyone on the team that's been...
Yes, Andre from Flip Camera. So that's Andre and Scott from Flip Camera, those two guys that came on board with us. They have extensive knowledge with how do you deal with Best Buy, how do you deal with Amazon, Apple Store is another one.
What do you...
Is there a social viral aspect to your...
We hope, yes,
solution?
absolutely. I mean, these cameras in the past, these security cameras were just there to capture the crook, the bad guy. We think if you make these videos GoPro quality, a lot of precious moments happening in people's home, especially if you have kids or pets. So many people want to share these on YouTube or on their social media. So on our app, we make sharing really simple. With a couple of buttons, you can get the videos. You can create your own little video clips. You don't need to ever get a PC involved within the app. And then you can send it to a Facebook page or your YouTube account or whatever. So we're counting on that. Yes.
What is your gross margin?
Our gross margin on the hardware piece is above 50% right now, based on our best cost estimates.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
I'm Nima. I'm with Yum Dum. Yum means yummy, and Dum means kingdom. I'm with the kingdom of yumminess. Our purpose at this kingdom of yumminess is help you guys eat better and help you save time, because eating better helps you feel better, and saving you time is important because time is the most important thing you have. Meet Jill. She's a mother and a busy professional. Like 4 out of 5 Americans, she enjoys cooking. Unfortunately for Jill, she does not live in the kingdom of yum yet. So let's see what she has to do to put the food on her table and feed her family and cook something for them. First thing she has to do is to find what she wants to cook. Fortunately, she can go online or look at television shows, and this part is fun, okay? We're going to look at these and see what is fun and what is not fun, okay? So that's fun. Then meal planning, not so much fun. Then making a shopping list, not fun. Grocery shopping, not fun. Measuring the ingredients per the recipe, not fun. Finally, she's got everything to do, finally, she's got everything ready so she can actually start cooking what she really wants to do, which is the fun part. Our technology eliminates the first 4 steps, which are not fun. Fantastic. So how does this work? Before that, let me show you how it is. So here is Jill again. Again, she sees the same recipe. She sees the buy button on it. She presses it. An order is placed with us. We put together a kit containing all the ingredients in the recipe, measured per the recipe, and we have it delivered for Jill. So she can start cooking right now and stop wasting time. Isn't that fantastic? Now, what is also the additional benefit for her is that she's not going to have any food waste. So no food waste, nothing sticking in the back of the fridge and growing into a science experiment. That goes away too. So who am I? I'm Nima Marani. I have 20 years of technology leadership experience. I worked at major companies such as Microsoft Corporation. I built and managed the engineering team at a startup called SquareTrade. A couple of years ago, SquareTrade sold half the company to Bain Capital for $238 million. I also built the first online organic grocery store, and I built and managed a physical brick-and-mortar grocery store. So I have experience in the grocery business, in high technology, and in the startup world. Makes me particularly qualified to be the king of the kingdom of Yum. Here's my co-founder, Travis, and our advisor is the founder of Priceline. These are the three companies that dominate this space right now. They're about 2 to 3 years old. 2 of them are worth $500 million today. They have proven 3 things: that this market actually exists, consumers enjoy these kits, and also that the margins are favorable. So as long as we can do this in a way that we keep the margins good as this with these guys, we have a good business to do. This is a part of a screenshot from one of these guys. They all operate the same way. They say, cook whatever you want, and then they qualify themselves and say, as long as it is one of these 7 or 5 things that we offered this week. We are turning this model on its side. We're saying, cook whatever recipe you find anywhere on the internet. We'll get you the kit for it so you can cook it at home, and we save you time. What this allows you to do is to actually go after a lot of niche diets for people also. This is our technology. I know we're running short on time, so I'll go really quickly on it. Basically, we have a crawler that crawls the web and grabs all these recipes and feeds it into our system, which calculates a lot of things about these recipes, including their prices. So we calculate prices on recipes based on dynamic market prices. This is our website. We have 250,000 recipes on it right now from the top recipe site. On the left, you see all the filters that we have for these: diets, allergies, courses, cuisines, so on and so forth. This is our app. As a matter of fact, we have 6 apps in the App Store right now. We have over 300,000 downloads and 34,000 monthly active users. This is done without $1 spent in marketing or advertising. And we're just getting started. We're very close to shipping our first recipe kits. I encourage you to download the apps, sign up on our system today. If you sign up today, you will get $50 off your first order. Thank you very much. Stop wasting time. Let's get cooking.
All right, great presentation, King of Yamdun. I guess my question is with distribution, or are you going to attack one city first, or are you going to make this available nationwide from the beginning? What's your strategy? Because it costs a lot more if you're producing here or bundling the food here and then sending it to the East Coast. What's your idea behind how you're going to attack the nation?
So basically, we're going to launch first in San Francisco. And from one distribution in San Francisco, we can basically ship anywhere on the western end of the United States. If you draw a line between Las Vegas and all the way to the ocean and draw it up, that area we could cover from one distribution here in the city. There's another distribution center we could put somewhere else, which I'm not going to discuss right now, and that will cover 80% of the country. So with 2 distribution centers, we can ship to 80% of the country.
So what's your estimated customer acquisition cost?
Our estimated cover right now, because we already have our users, we're going to go with our existing users, okay? And then the other trick of that we're using is that we're actually giving a revenue share to the content producers, incentivizing them to actually help us. So basically, the revenue share should be enough for us to actually go forward.
So currently, you're selling the recipes first before anybody buys the kit?
No, the recipes are free.
Okay.
So right now, our apps are free and our recipes are free. So this is our freemium model. Like, you get the free apps, and then once you want to buy a recipe, you can actually buy it. And if you don't, you can still take advantage of the free apps.
You have 300,000 downloads of your app. How many kits have you shipped?
No, right now we're not yet ready to ship. So we did one dry run of actually putting together the kits and making sure everything works, and it works really well. But we have to do a few more dry runs and then go into private alpha, private beta with just friends and family before we can move forward. So we're a few weeks away from actually launching, but we're not that far.
Okay, so I'm going to do something crazy right now.
Okay.
Because there's 4 of us, we're guys, we probably all don't cook, no offense.
Right.
But I want to ask the ladies, honestly, how many of you would you use this app? Really? You're not all cousins? Okay, thanks.
I have a lot of cousins.
What is the price point per meal?
So how we calculate the prices is basically we look at retail prices for the ingredients and how much of that ingredient is needed, and we basically use that as our marker, so we're not too far off from retail prices. Obviously, this is a premium product, so it would be a little bit more than expensive than retail, but we don't want to take it outside of retail. Our pricing would be very similar to Instacart's pricing, maybe a teeny little bit more than Instacart pricing. So for the Instacart pricing, you get the kit with everything in it.
So why did you put your distribution center in San Francisco? Because it's going to, the shipping costs you much more there than if you put it in Las Vegas, for example.
Because I am here and it's more comfortable for me to be here to start. Obviously, like, for example, Zappos started here and then they moved to Vegas later. That's always an option. The other thing is that here we have access to better produce. And we have better access to better farms. Quality of the ingredient is really important for us. If we ship bad quality ingredient, we're dead. So we have to make sure we get top of the line and very fresh ingredient. We actually look right now in our pricing model, we are pushing a lot of ingredient products, a lot of organic products in there. So basically, a lot of the premium organic products is what we're going to be shipping.
Do you envision the customer planning a week ahead and ordering the 5 nights in a row? Or, I mean, 'cause obviously you can't order for tonight, right? Because you need to ship it and prepare it.
Right.
So how many days do you need to actually get it to the consumer? And then what's your expected, like, anticipation as how the consumer is going to, work with your app or to come up with their menu and plan out accordingly?
So basically, meal planning is part of what we intend to do. We don't have it yet, and it's not our top priority. Our top priority today is just shipping product. But meal planning and allowing different customers to put meal plans out there and then share it with other people, and also allowing, for example, bloggers to make meal plans and then monetize on it in the same way that maybe Amazon affiliates monetize. So there's a lot of monetization models around this that allow a lot of players to become equivalent to the 3 players right now that are valued at $500 million. So we're really turning that model upside down.
So if I order today, when can I expect it?
About 5 days from now. So we're basically, for fresh ingredients, we're going to basically be ordering it per your order to bring our costs down and also not hold inventory on fresh ingredients. So basically, there is a lag, but then you don't have to worry about it.
Hi everyone, my name is Aryan. I'm the founder of Deuced. We're a program company and a software company. What we've developed is a software where you can actually buy area rugs on a touchscreen kiosk. Just to give you guys a little background, I have a number of rental properties in the valley, and one of the executives at Orchard Supply ended up renting out one of my spots. Became close friends with him. He asked me to come take a look at their store, and I went and looked around Orchard and I said, wow, you guys don't have area rugs? And he got me a meeting with the CEO of the company, and I said, look, area rugs take up a ton of space, and I want to bring this on an interactive touchscreen kiosk so you guys could provide a new product to your customers. They're blown away, and they provided us a exclusive contract, and we got that signed. A little bit about the market. The rug industry in the U.S., it's almost a $6 billion industry, where 40% of rugs are being bought online. People say, well, people are going to buy without seeing the product. Well, 40% of these rugs are being bought on no-name websites, and big box retailers have a problem to carry these because they take up a ton of space. But bringing on the kiosk, you could now offer the clients a huge amount of inventory, and you can capture their data as they buy products, whereas if they swipe their credit card on their POS system, they leave the store. The kiosk captures their data, we capture their shipping address, email address, etc. As I mentioned, we have an exclusive deal signed with Orchard Supply. We launched with them at the beginning of May, And since they've expanded into other stores, we've launched in Southern California. Orchard is also owned by Lowe's. I met with the CEO and chairman of Lowe's as well, too, flew me out to North Carolina, and there's a prospective deal in place with Lowe's as well, too. We also have a deal signed with Floor & Decor, which we're going to be actually launching nationally, starting this Monday in California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida, in 10% of their stores. The business model is a revenue share with the retailer. We provide a whole solution for them. We carry no inventory. Everything is bought on this kiosk. And like I mentioned, we capture the data, and we fulfill everything for them. Retailer takes 10 to 20% off the total sale. Competition, the rug industry basically is super fragmented. There's no Nike, there's no Adidas, there's no awareness of the brand. What we've created for the retailers is a private label brand name, which we're capitalizing on with the retailer. We're not paying $1 for any square footage of this kiosk being in place. We're getting free real estate, and we get to capture their customers, which is huge. Like I mentioned, we got the exclusive contracts with these retailers. We also have their websites as well too, which we're the exclusive online market for area rugs. We capture all their customers' data online as well too. Some of the retailers that we're targeting, as I mentioned, we've met with Lowe's. We've also met with C-level executives at Bed Bath & Beyond, Cost Plus World Market, Target, Pier 1, Williams-Sonoma, met with the CEO of Lucky Brand Jeans, who started West Elm. He's very interested in the company as well too. We have a deal signed with a company called NFI. They're a national distribution company. They're going to handle all of our logistics. There's a West Coast distribution center and an East Coast distribution center. When we launch nationally, they're going to handle all of our shipping. The team, consists of myself and 3 other guys. We're actually all rug experts. It's very weird, I know, but we also have technology backgrounds too. So my background has been in MIS and been in the rug industry for 10 years. Some of our investors and advisors, Andy North, he's the former CFO of Lucky Brand Jeans. He's a gentleman that helped get the deal with Floor & Decor signed. We met with their CEO in 30 minutes. He saw the concept. He said, guys, I did a rug kiosk in Europe. It did phenomenal. What you guys have put together, it blows my mind. Have your lawyer sign the contract. We signed the deal. We also have a privacy disclosure on the gentleman who's invested in the company. He sold his previous company for $10.4 billion. We also have an interior designer on board who helps us do all of our design work. Natalie Fruit, who has the patents and networks, and Juan Bolani, who's the senior project developer at Applied Materials. A little bit about the kiosk. It's, like I said, 32-inch touchscreen, has a credit card reader. The important thing is that it just doesn't sell rugs. We have actually software on here that we developed to capture data by the customer swiping their credit card, email address, telephone number, and a big data analytics that sits behind the kiosk where we capture traffic in store. Some of the key valuation, well, let me get to this. We're looking to raise a $800 to $1 million convertible note round. We raised 150 previously to get to where we're at right now. And like I said, we have signed contracts and we're live in Gaming Matrix.
Maybe you can help me understand the concept a little better. You're trying to target the customers who happen to go to Lowe's or Orchard because they want to go find a rug?
So the rug market, when these customers go into the big box retailers, they're limited to how many rugs they could see. Let's say the retailer could only carry 20, 30, 40 different styles. Now on the kiosk, we've implemented 20,000 plus SKUs. These customers go into the retail store to buy, let's say for example in Orchard, they go to buy paint. The kiosk sits in their highest traffic area, which is their paint department. Customer on average spends about 2 to 3 minutes there. When they're buying paint, they're going to buy a rug. When they buy a rug, they're going to probably buy paint. So it works hand in hand.
Okay, so these are customers, maybe they weren't originally going to buy a rug. But
Exactly.
They come by the kiosk and see it, and play
Exactly.
with it, and then get intrigued. Okay,
Exactly.
that's what I was trying to understand a little better, because I mean, I could sit at my home and go through a catalog of rugs. Why would I need to go to the actual retail outlet? So you're trying to capture,
We're trying to capture
additional
the
customers who originally didn't want to.
additional customers that we're not even paying for because we're capturing the retailer's customer in store. So we're creating really an omni-channel for the retailer, which is the kiosk is one touch point, their online component, their mobile platform, and actual physical retail space, which we're not paying for, and getting access to all our customers.
What kind of revenue do you expect in 1 year from one store, from Orchard Supply?
So it's a volume business. As we have more kiosks in the marketplace, our sweet spot is between $200 to $300. You
What
figure
is the total revenue you expect from one store in 1 year?
one store in 1 year, our total revenue could be about $500,000.
What is your price point, and how do you compare in the market?
So we're very competitive on price points because these are all private labeled for the retailer. So sweet spot is between $200 to $300. Our lowest sale has been $100. Our highest sale with one customer, $1,500 on the kiosk. And our matrix is actually not even comparing the online component because we own the online component for the retailer too.
So you have a kiosk live,
Kiosk is live in San Jose in the Orchard's flagship store and in Los Angeles as well too.
and how much revenue are you making per month there?
So we launched just in one store with Orchard. We haven't actually done any marketing yet. The marketing is starting next month. We've already sold 35 units on the kiosk organically. And the revenue has been about 5,000
In what amount of time?
in 120 days.
What's your margin?
Our margins go between 8 to 11%. And as we have more kiosks, the margins are going to go higher because we're going to demand lower costs from manufacturers.
Are there any fringe products that you can add on to this beside rugs?
Absolutely. When we met with some of the other retailers, the area rugs was one component that we went in because it takes up a ton of space in retail, and it's a way to maximize the space. But there's concepts in version 2 to do other products, which could be lighting, plumbing. We actually developed a software for Orchard for their home improvement program, where customers could go on there and actually get solar panel appointments. They can get driveway to come over there and do a custom driveway. These components are being added onto the software of the kiosk. And we're going to be charging customers, we're actually going to be charging corporations revenue to strategically advertise on the kiosk and on the electronic receipt that the customer gets.
How much is shipping?
Shipping is free, so every order comes free shipping, free pad.
Are you paying for the inventory or is your partner?
We pay zero inventory costs. Because we're linked into all the rug manufacturers in the country that are in the business of drop shipping. But what we've done is we've taken the drop ship model, private branded for the retailer, and exposed it to their customers.
Is the inventory the same for each retailer?
No, what we've designed the platform of the kiosk to have, let's say for example in Los Angeles, the market's more contemporary. That kiosk in Los Angeles will show more contemporary items. The one in San Jose, if it's more traditional, it could show more traditional rugs.
In terms of a kiosk, it's possible that next year there will be a new chip and pin model.
Yeah, so
You have to ship a new. You have to ship a new kiosk.
I quite don't understand your question.
Next year, you won't be able to swipe credit cards as you do today. You'll have the code and everything.
Yeah, so one of the reasons, obviously, we're raising money is to develop our next phase of technology, but we always want to incorporate Apple Pay onto the kiosk. You just go there, put your phone on there, and you swipe, and you're done.
Good afternoon. My name is Shabnam. I'm Persian. This is Ali. He's my husband and co-founder of the business. He's not Persian, but he does speak a little bit of Farsi.
I don't speak Farsi.
Yes, you do.
من هندی هستم فارسی بلد نیستم.
You see what I'm saying?
ول میکنی؟
All right, let's get started. Just a little background on us. Ali has a degree from Berkeley Law. He started 4 successful companies. His telecom company, he grew to $350 million in revenues in 5 years. He also worked at Bain as a management consultant. And we've been working together for 8 years with our previous company and this one, and we still like each other. My background is in computer science engineering. I have an MBA from NYU. I worked on Wall Street for 8 years in financial software. And Ali and I produced Babak and Friends, A First Nowruz Together, which was a Persian cartoon about the Persian New Year, also Mixed Nuts and 1001 Nights. But today we're here to talk to you about Oznaz. Oznaz is an online service for bilingual kids where you can download or stream cartoons in over 12 languages. So my daughter likes to watch Elmo's Potty Time in Persian. You can get the content on your iPad, iPhone, Android device, computer, or Apple TV. We have over 200 shows for children aged 2 to 14. It's a highly unique experience that is safe, with no ads and very branded content. We have exclusive rights to Sesame Street's entire library. We also have exclusive rights to Hit Entertainment, which has shows like Bob the Builder, Thomas the Tank Engine, Angelina Ballerina, and also exclusive rights to Nelvana's entire library. Nelvana is Canada's largest children's library, affording us over 2,000 hours of programming with cartoons like Babar and Franklin, which is on Nickelodeon. In addition to that, we have exclusive partnerships with international broadcasters, including IRIB, Al Jazeera Children's, CCTV, and NHK. So all these programs are exclusive to OzNoz, and they afford us 10 languages as well, including English, Arabic, Korean, Japanese, Persian, French, German, Spanish, and a whole lot more.
In addition to the VOD platform, we also have a number of extensions to OzNoz, which makes the site very sticky for the consumer and helps us increase the share of wallet. These things include OzNoz Shop, which is an Amazon-type shop where you can buy books, DVDs, and games, and things like OzNoz Books, which is a subscription-based book service in different languages. Changes in the ethnic demographic of the United States really makes OzNoz a very scalable business opportunity. Only 50 years ago, 85% of America was white, with little interest in learning about different cultures and different languages. And most minorities didn't want to preserve their own language, they wanted their kids to learn English. That's changed. Right now, the minority is the majority. Over 50% of Americans are now minority. And the number one concern amongst minority parents is how to preserve their language and culture. And even Americans, 70% of Americans feel that it's absolutely critical for their kids to learn a different language in order to be competitive. OzNoz's target market then is a third of US households. It's 26 million households. Multiplied across OzNoz's product lines, that's a $12 billion market that is completely untapped. It's very difficult to find content in different languages that are for kids. OzNoz also plays into a massive change that's going on in the entertainment industry. Only 5 years ago, the primary method that you would watch and consume content was on DVD and cable television, whatever was on TV. Well, the advent of internet television, like Hulu and Netflix, has turned the entire industry on its head. Right now, 14% of television watching is on internet TV. In 10 years, that's going to be 75%. And the driver of that is being able to access content that you can't otherwise get a hold of, like niche content, like multicultural content. So how much of this market do we anticipate we're going to get? Well, when we sold Barak and Friends, we managed to sell it to 15% of all Persian families in North America. So what are we forecasting? Well, our model forecasts that in 2020, we will have 1.5 million consumers, amounting to over $320 million in revenue. Sounds like a lot, but that's only 6% of the total market of minority families. We managed to get 15% with Barak and Friends, and that was one product with no brand awareness. We now have 2,000 hours of exclusive content of the best brands in the world. We think it's a great opportunity and would love to hear your thoughts.
I'm half Japanese and half American Caucasian.
So you know Pororo.
Which one?
Sorry, Ponkikis.
Ponkiki, yeah.
We have exclusive rights to Ponkikis.
I saw that on your website earlier when I speak German as well, yes. Anyway, so we have a daughter, and I want to make sure that she understands Japanese and Japanese culture, so we're very interested in, exposing her to the education, kid programming of that sort. Yes, I find this very attractive. Right now, you have a per episode, you pay basis, but I think as you have an alpha for kind of a Netflix model where you subscribe and you have the box towards everything in place, right?
Yeah, the revenue model, the most prominent revenue model for video on demand is absolutely subscription. It's where you get a subscriber, they get unlimited content, and that's especially the case with kids where parents don't want them to have unlimited access to their credit card and hitting buy, buy, buy. Mm-hmm. It's easier to just say $9.99 a month and they can watch anything and everything that they want.
Yeah, yeah. And I congratulate you on your exclusive license deals with NHK or TV Tokyo, for example. I've negotiated with them before, and I know how difficult that can be. Yeah, I'm very excited to learn more about it.
So what's the length of those exclusive contracts?
They're all staggered, actually. So they were acquired over different periods of time. Some of them are 5 years long, some of them are 3 years long, some of them are 2 years long. But the big ones, like Hit Entertainment, is a 4-year contract. Nelvana is a 3-year contract with 2 extension options. Sesame Street is a 5-year contract that is coming up for renewal.
And when did you launch and how many users do you have?
So we realized that we had a niche opportunity, and the last thing we wanted to do is run around telling everybody that we were getting exclusive rights for a song to all these properties.